Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And now we'll see punter Tyler Newsome. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now Callaway on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep for Bennett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Prescott now. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown! Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. He'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. A give to Elliott. Powers through him. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, this is Callaway on the receiving end. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Akers hit, he coughs it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking deep for Bennett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
Draw play, Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott rolling to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. The give is to Elliott. Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They may have the edge.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. They'll throw now on the final play. And he whips that one incomplete there. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's Elliott. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. He's got Fuller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. With 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Blake Jarwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Looking deep for Benham. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The 1st down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Prescott to throw this time. Dancing to his left. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
2nd and 6. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Micah Parsons
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Rams on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11.
On the give, this is Akers.
And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The sack recorded, it's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Now Elliott. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Now still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 2. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
To throw is Prescott. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott, he'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best design plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. They go to Elliott again. They'll get a first down and more. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
6 yards left on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fuller. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll dump this off to Akers. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Back to throw again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. It's up and it's good, but it won't matter, because 7 is as close as they're going to get, and this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Cowboys, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for L.A., they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.